Hello everybody. Bernie here from Stampin Up. It's Tuesday, the 29th of October here in New Zealand. Welcome. And I hope, just welcome to everybody that's going to be watching on the live and welcome to everybody that'll be watching on the replay. So good to have you. I've got Rich here next to me. Rich is my wingman, as always, just watching my comments and getting me to answer those. So welcome everyone. Very quiet in the house tonight. Oh, somebody's joined us. Do say hello in the comments. Good morning, Mom. Morning. So I can hear rain starting to fall. So if it gets a little bit loud, hopefully you will still be able to hear me. Had a fun day today. Had a bit of a mixture of all kinds of, what do you call it? Context switching stuff going on. So I went from a Zoom call to a morning tea with ladies from my church to another Zoom call to setting up for tonight and getting ready. So a bit backwards and forwards between doing clinic work and craft work. It was, very confusing. And then to make matters worse, it is actually a Tuesday and it feels like a Monday because we had a public holiday. So lots of confusion in my little world. So I hope everyone is doing okay. So let me switch over to my desk. Tonight we are going to be doing something. Oh, hang on. I've got something to show you before I do that. I want to do a bit of a show and tell and a little bit of a brag. So yesterday morning, as it was a public holiday, we had the plan to go for a walk around our estuary, which is a really lovely walk. It's about, an hour and a quarter, eh?
Yep.
But as we set off, it started to drizzle quite badly, but the wind was actually really unpleasant, very much so. And I just had a T-shirt and my track top on, and it was bitterly cold. It felt like a winter. And understandably, because it's been snowing down on the South Island. So we aborted the walk and turned around and came back for a cup of tea. And then from there, we went over to one of the op shops down the road that was actually open on the public holiday. I was looking for a few things that I want to use as props. And then I found this. So I found this glass dome, but the dome was just the dome. There was nothing to the dome. And so let me get this on the camera. So I created this yesterday afternoon in my spare time. I colored the trees. I put snowflakes on them. I made snow at the bottom. I painted the little reindeer and put some glitter on it. And then I had this gorgeous saying in my stash. And I just stuck that on the glowstone and then made this beautiful Christmas present for somebody. So good evening, Leslie Ann. So that was what I got up to on my public holiday yesterday. I'll just put that somewhere safe.
Amongst other things.
Thanks, Mom. Yes, very, very pretty. So I've been having a lot of fun doing that. And so on that note, I'm going to be showing you tonight how to make your own collage paper. If you don't know what collage paper is, it's very, very thin paper that you stamp on, and then you can use it. You can use it on journals. You can use it anywhere. But we're going to make a little lantern for Christmas for your table, or you can just give it away as a gift. So let me go over to my desk and let me turn it over this way. So it's probably best to bump it down like that. So the collage paper, I'm going to show you how to stamp that and how I created the edging, and we're going to make some decoration. What I'm not going to do with you tonight, because it's extremely, it's just not fun in terms of making it with pliers and things, but you just need to get some wire, some galvanized wire, or even if you've got some garden wire, and when you finished it, you just can twist it around twice and then make a little handle. And because the paper is on the outside of the bottle, you can actually put a real life candle in there. So that's the project for tonight. And you can use any stamp set you have, but I'm actually going to be using the brand new Among the Swallows stamp set that is out. But as I say, you can use any stamp set. What I would suggest you do is get an open line art stamp design that, or you could use a closed one, but a background stamp is what you want. All right, so what will you need to do this? Well, what I landed up doing was I just had some ordinary tissue paper in my craft stash. Thank you, Leslie Ann. And you need to measure how much you are going to need for around your bottle. So that really is a variable thing. So I'm just going to cut mine, or just tear mine, and just demonstrate how to stamp it, and then show you how to put it onto your bottle. And then I actually prepared one ahead of time because it does need a little bit of a drying time. And I didn't think you'd want to be sitting here all night watching me drying things. So I suggest for this, if you have a Stamparatus, that would be a good idea. If you don't have a Stamparatus, you can get a Misty from craft shops. It's the same concept, but you will preferably need something so that you don't move your tissue paper. And I just want to check, is it going to land up on there? Yes. All right. So I'm going to, so as you can see, I've already mounted the stamp. Let me just turn it over for you. So this is what it looks like, the actual stamp. Absolutely gorgeous. I think it's so, so pretty. This one will be coming out in the next few weeks. Just want to, oh, there we go. And I usually pop my cover of my stamp set just underneath my thing. I'm just checking. Yep, you can see this on the camera. Now, because we're going to be doing a water-based medium over the inking, I'm actually going to be using StazOn. It's preferable to use a permanent ink for this, because you preferably don't want the collage to smear the ink. I did it with Memento black ink, which is a water-based ink, and it was okay. It didn't smear, but I think if you just want to be safe, it would be much better to use StazOn. That way you know you can color in as well, and it won't smear or smudge or whatever it is. Okay, so I've inked it up quite well with my StazOn, and I'm just going to press it. And this is why I love actually to use this for this design, because there's a lot of detail, and I'm just going to come in with my brayer and just give it another firm pressure. How was your temperature down your end today, Leslie Ann? It was really cold here. Okay, so as you can see, we need to just go a little bit more on this side. And again, this is why I do it on my Stamparatus, because if I was to do this freehand, I would smudge it. All right, so what have we been watching this week, love? We're still watching our surgery program.
Yep, we've watched a few seasons of that now, so that's been really interesting. There have been some really high-risk operations. This is on YouTube on the, what's the channel called?
Surgeons
TV or something.
Living on the Edge or something like that.
Surgery on the Edge.
Something like that. Okay.
And there have been a few episodes in the emergency department, ED, trauma.
Yeah, there have been some that have been really gruesome, eh? You found them really gruesome.
A&E, yeah.
24 hours in A&E, that's the one.
Yep.
Yep.
Stuffy with a bit of rain where Leslie Ann is.
Oh, okay. So this is what it looks like. So I've now inked onto my tissue paper. So really, really pretty. So, I mean, you can go next level. You could color that in if you wanted to. But what I've decided to do is just leave it as a background. So I'm just going to set that to the side, and I'm actually now going to bring in the pieces that I prepared beforehand, and we're going to collage them onto the bottle. You could mix it up. You know, there's a whole lot of things you could do with this. All right, so I've just got a normal glass, where's my camera? Normal glass bottle. Nothing fancy about this. As you can see, it's also got the number underneath it from my bin in. You're going to need some or other, oh, I was going to say, do I need your muscles for this? Some or other kind of collage. I do use the distress collage medium, but you could use Mod Podge. That'll do the same trick. But you do need a clear type of adhesive that is going to dry clear. So Mod Podge will work, or as I've said, I'm a big fan of the collage medium that I use a lot. So that's options. You'll need a brush, any kind of brush. Nice broad one works better. Right, and I'm just applying my collage medium over my glass bottle now. Okay, so I'm going to take my design. I'm just going to eyeball it on the edge towards the bottom. I'm going backwards to what I normally do, so just using my finger, very, very, very highly adaptive tool.
Very flexible.
Very flexible.
Dexterous.
I see I've gone a bit over the edge there and gone a bit short there, but that's okay. It's really not the end of the world. Okay, I'm just getting that down on the edge. When I measured it, it was meant to go a bit more up, but if I pull it off now, it will tear. So once it's down, it's down. You really can't take it off because it's so thin. So you just have to live with it. And you know what? I say this so many times, when we make things by hand, they're not made in China, so they won't be perfect. Okay, so I'm coming in with my second piece, and I'm just going to lightly use that very highly skilled tool again. Brilliant.
So she spent yesterday at Wellington Airport, watching planes leave and arrive.
Ah, cool.
Had her cousin over for tea in a sunny Pretoria.
Oh, nice. Oh my gosh, wasn't the landings and takeoffs last week at Wellington horrific? So my mom and I watched this channel, Wellington, what is it called? Wellington Flights. Oh, what's Leslie Ann saying? So glad you're showing this. While in South Africa, I bought labels for cookies, coffee, tea, rusk, sugar, and rooibos straws. Oh, good. I love doing my own crafts like this for gifts. Excellent. Good. Okay. So, look at that. Let's just check it out. Are we happy with that? I do. I love this stamp set. Look at this. Oh, it's so pretty. There's a little bit of a gap there. To be honest, I'm not fussed about it. We could always put our flowers here that we're going to do next, but I'm not fussed. So there we go. So this is where I'm going to leave this one to dry, and I'm going to go, ta-da, new bottle, and it's a bigger bottle. This one I actually did in Memento Black, but I do think, personally, I would rather recommend that you use Stays-On for this. Now, little tip, if you are using your decoupage or your collage medium and you've got it on your brush and you are, you're not going to get to the basin straight away. I'm just going to get it out. If you take a baby wipe, which I'm trying desperately to get out with my left hand and not succeeding, if you take a baby wipe and you just fold it over into a little strip like that, and you fold your brush around, it will keep those bristles damp and it will prevent your medium from drying before you can get it washed. But it also means that sorry, I'm just bending over trying to get paper off the floor that I've just dropped. It will also mean that you can use it again if you need to use it, if you're doing your project in stages. So just a little tip for you. All right, so got our bottle. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create some daisies, and I'm going to use some Fluid 100 paper for that. I'm going to be using some copper clay and some old olive, and we're going to die cut. I was going to say, did I bring them out? I'm going to die cut it using the leaf from Cheerful Daisy and this big daisy and that little one. So let's set this all to the side, put that away, and let's do the leaf first. So I'm just squeezing my old olive ink pad. You can use any green you have in your stash. Just using my aqua painter to get some fluid. And because this is Fluid 100, which is watercolor paper, I'm just going to lightly spray the water so that it is making it ready to get the ink. Okay. I'm going to just dry that off with my heat tool. What's wrong? Oh, you want it in the camera, but you want me to go away. Okay, so when you're doing watercoloring, it's best to dry in between your layers so that you can get a better look. Okay, I'm happy with that, and I'll just dry that quickly and clean my brush. Okay, let's dry that. Now what I want, where's my spritzer gone? What I want, I'm just going to move this out the way, is I'm going to spray a little bit of water in my hand and I'm just going to flick it over and dab up. And with that, I'm getting, is the camera picking it up? Yep. I'm getting a sort of a interesting pattern because this is going to be my leaves. I don't want them plain and boring. So I'm just going to dry that again. Cool. So now that one is ready. So I'm going to die cut that. I'll do them all together and I'm going to just repeat the process. Let me, won't you pass me that cloth, please? I just want to dry this. Thanks. There we go. Going to, no, leave it. I'm going to need you to leave it. I'm just going to lightly spritz that. And I'm doing the copper clay. Oh, nice, nice, nice. I love it when that happens, when the watercoloring does that. So pretty. Okay, I'm just going to dry that. Okay, and come with one more. So my paintbrush, the tip is damp. I'm not squeezing it. It's nice and damp from the water that I first squeezed. You don't want it soaking wet. Okay. I'll dry that. And what I'm going to do now...
The picture's frozen.
Oh, what? My picture's frozen. Here we go. It's come alive again. Okay. I'm just going to bring my right marker and I'm just going to do some flick onto my paper before I die cut it. Okay. You cheated, Lysiane. You know what? I think that's just being smart and not necessarily a cheat. Okay, so I'm going to just go off camera and I'm going to die cut these 3 flowers and my leaves. So I'm just going to do that here quickly because, as you know, my camera makes my, my cutting machine makes my camera go all wonky and bounce around. I'm just going through it twice because it is Fluid 100, which is a little bit thicker. Okay, so here we have them. Pretty. Might actually should have gone through it 3 times now that I'm looking at this. So if you're cutting out of your Fluid 100, I would suggest maybe go through it 3 times. If you're going to do the same as what I'm doing tonight. Oh, lovely. You know what I haven't put out? I haven't got my glues. I haven't got my scissors. Oh, you know what? I'm so... what's the word? In a dwell. If you're watching this and you understand Afrikaans, you'll know. I know you dislike messy paint. I know. I'm very aware. Okay. I'm just pushing those out. Okay, so that's my leaf. And then here's my flowers. This one's got some nice texture to it, actually. Variations. Gosh, Rich. Scissors, Birdie. What did I just throw down? What landed my glue? Okay. So I'm just going to cut that off. I was wondering why my craft area looked so bare. And I thought, it's probably because the project I'm making tonight, I have to sort of do it from scratch. But no, it wasn't. It was because I left everything behind. That's why. Okay, so we're taking that away now. Taking that away. That's scrap. I can throw that away. Wherever my rubbish bin is gone. And now we can assemble our jar. Just want to poke these guys out. Okay. I made the other one with vellum, but it was very, 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 very hard to work with because the vellum actually melted when I was doing my technique. So I thought, no, I'm not doing that again. So which is why I decided to do the Fluid 100. Okay, now we're going to put on some washi tape. So these are my colors. I think I might actually come in here with my flowers and my leaf. So I need to know what color washi tape should I use. Should I use the left, the right, or the center washi tape? If you could.
What are the colors?
So it's gold and then sort of a golden pinky.
Point to them.
Yeah, so left
is what?
Is the gold. Then we've got a pinky gold and then this pinky gold. So the right one, Lysiane's saying right, Mom's saying right. Right it is. I think you ladies have made a good choice. It tones in really beautifully. So I'm just going to go around with my washi tape. So this washi tape I picked up for $1 at Warehouse Stationery. I think it was $1 or $1.50 is what they sell them. You can get them at any of your craft stationery shops. I'm just going to stick it down. Because this bottle is a lot bigger than my other bottle, it may just need a third row. We'll see how we go. So I'm just twisting it around. Let's just see how many I need. Oh, should I do another row? Do you think I should go to the top?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go to the top then. Hopefully I don't run out. I do think I've got extra. Only so many meters of it. All right, I'm going to end it there. Cool, look at that.
Gorgeous.
Okay, so now we've got that in place. So as I mentioned to you, now this is where you would do the wire, okay? So you would take your wire around twice, but I wasn't going to sit and fiddle with that with you on camera. What I do need to figure out is where I want to put my flowers. I don't want to lose that, because being a bottle, being round, actually I don't like that. So why don't we put our flowers over that bit? What do you think? Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, where did my camera go? Sorry, ladies, just hold on. Uh-oh. Hold on. Gosh, let's just see if it's actually streaming.
Come back to the desk.
No, but we're not even here. Can you hear us? Can you just pop a comment if you can hear us? I think you can still see it. Okay, it's okay. Oh, all right.
Just go back. Yeah, come back and then.
Okay, that's bizarre. So what we were seeing was pitch black. Okay, I think my phone is starting to give up the ghost. I think that's what's starting to happen, eh?
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay, well, as long as you can all still see the screen, that's what is the important thing. I was trying to figure out where to pop my flowers, and we had that, and I said I didn't like that. So I'm going to glue my flowers here. What's wrong?
As Leanne says, it must be Halloween. It's ghosting.
Yeah. It's very strange. But my phone's been lagging a lot.
Doing strange things.
Really strange. So I think it's starting to give up the ghost. Everything is giving up the ghost. My epilator, everything is breaking. Hey, lovey. And I've got to go to the dentist on Thursday for a dental checkup, and I am not looking forward to that either. Because last year she said, oh, this one tooth of yours looks like it might be needing to have work done on it. And I'm like, and it's the big one at the back. And I'm like, I don't think so. That one needs work on it. I think the work I'm going to do is just take it out. I don't want it. So we will have to see what she has to say. Because here in New Zealand, you go to the dentist 10 minutes later, you've got to pay like $200. Insane. All right, so I'm just gluing. Yeah, dentists are ridiculously expensive here. Okay, so I'm popping my little leaf down there. Okay. Just holding it down. Cool, happy with that. And then what I want to do, just to give it a little bit of zhuzh, is I've got some metallic effects. And I've got the copper one.
Move it up into the camera.
Move it up into the camera. Thanks, Lovey. That's why you're there. And I'm just going to go around in the center of my daisy. in the center of this daisy. And I'm deliberately creating some, you can't see it possibly on camera, but I'm creating some definite texture with it. I'll just bring it up so that you can see what it looks like. Maybe you can pick that up. Oh, you're waiting for your final count for your root canal. Ugh, that'll be horrific. Here it'll be a few $1,000s for a root canal.
Several.
So you see, I've pulled the copper of the metallic effects. I've brought that through to replicate the copper washi tape. There we go. So all that I then need to do is add my wire, and then I've got my new bottle. And let's just see whether this one has dried yet, because how long have we been busy working? It's not quite dry. Touch dry on some places and not quite dry on the other. So I would give that a good half an hour. So what I would suggest, if you're going to make something like this, do it in a production line so that you can do them all together, stamp them all, and then collage them all, and then die cut your flowers, do your wire right at the end, but make sure that it's completely dry. But it is beautiful. And you know what? I'm looking at it just as it is, and it doesn't have to have a wire either. It's actually quite pretty without.
Yep.
You don't need the wire. You don't have to put the wire on it. But isn't that a really pretty, inexpensive gift to make that you could even use it as a vase? You don't have to put candles in it either. But I love it. So tissue paper, stamp, permanent ink, collage medium. I just want to show you what I made with that same stamp set. So this is, where's the camera? This is just doing a birthday card with the same stamp set, and I used my watercolor pencils and my aqua painters, and I stamped a whole sheet of the ink of the same thing on fluid 100 paper, and then I just cut the design in half, and I created 2 cards with each half of the stamp set, and then I just stamped the sweetly scripted happy birthday in craft ink in white, and just put it on a matte, black matte. So that's azure. Is that azure or blueberry bushel? Blueberry bushel in the background. All right, so where are we? So there we are, everyone. That was what we were doing tonight. So a little bit of a fun 3D, not a card project. And I really had fun making those. It's cool to do something different and inexpensive. I think the more we can do things and recycle things and make things and not necessarily always have to buy things to give as gifts, it's not a bad idea. So that's us for this week with all our weird techno stuff happening. Let's hope my phone is not giving up the ghost. But it's been great crafting with everyone again. Lovely catching up with you online. And if you are watching this on the replay and you don't yet subscribe to my channel, please like the video. For those of you that are watching it live as well and the replay, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. That would be great. All right. Thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful crafting with you. See you next week. Bye.